Walk like a king or walk like you don't bother who's the king. Have you ever wondered why certain news grabs your attention or why some stories seem to disappear overnight? Let's look into the powerful functions of communication and see how media shapes our world, our thoughts, and even our actions. Communication does a lot of important things in our lives. A scholar named Harold Laswell said, communication helps us stay informed, that's called surveillance, make sense of the world, that is called correlation, and passes down our culture to future generations. Later, another scholar, Charles Wright, said it also entertains us, and Dennis McWell added that communication can inspire people to take action, especially in developing countries. Communication can have good or bad effects. When it helps society, we call it a function. When it causes problems, it's a dysfunction. For example, news about child kidnappings helps parents stay alert, that is a function. But if the news spreads false information, it can cause panic and even lead to innocent people getting hurt, then that is dysfunction. Sometimes hearing too much news all the time can make people feel numb or uninterested. This is called narcotic dysfunction. Imagine you're hearing about community problems every day. After a while, you might stop caring or feel like you can't do anything to help. One of the media's big jobs is to watch out for dangers and keep us informed. For example, weather reports can warn us about storms or cyclones before they happen. Media does not just give us facts, it also helps explain them. This is called correlation. Think of editorials or news shows that break down complicated issues, but sometimes they can push certain ideas or stereotypes that may not be fair to everyone. Media helps pass down our traditions, values, and culture from one generation to the next. This keeps our society connected. But relying too much on media can make cultures start to look the same everywhere and reduce face-to-face conversations. The next is entertainment function. Media also entertains us with movies, TV, music, and more. It helps us relax after a long day, but too much entertainment can distract us from real-world problems, and shows often make life look more glamorous than it really is. Next is the mobilization function. Media can inspire people to take action for the good of society. For example, in India, government-run media like All India Radio spread messages about health, literacy, and national unity. This is called mobilization function. Status conferral and norm enforcement. Media gives attention to certain people or groups, making them seem important. This is called status conferral. It also shows what behaviors society accepts or rejects. But sometimes, this can support unfair power systems and ignore deeper problems. Media decides which issues are talked about the most. That's called agenda setting. A scholar, Bernard Cohen, said, media doesn't tell us what to think, but it tells us what to think about. So even if we form our own opinions, the media guides what we focus on. Gatekeeping function. Media can't show every story, so they choose what to share and what to leave out. This is called gatekeeping. This means the media shapes what we see and hear, which affects how we understand the world. Communication is not just about sharing information, it's about influencing how we see the world. From keeping us informed and entertained to shaping our opinions and actions, media plays a huge role in our daily lives. But it's up to us to stay critical, question what we hear, and use media wisely. Because in the end, while media shapes society, it's society that shapes the media too.